Hi, it's only Woodie, representing Time for Nutrition and our gym, of course, Unit 8 Gym in Ivybridge, Devon. We're here in Worthing. We're ready for the UK BFF London and South Coast Championships, which is tomorrow morning. We normally arrive the day before, get ourselves a nice apartment, just get settled in and just relax, chill out and not stress about the show, not stress about the prep, have some downtime and get ready to go to war tomorrow. But what I'm going to do is I've just got a few things to prepare. I've got to prepare my breakfast for tomorrow. It's quite simple. It's just oats, jam and some protein powder. So let me quickly knock that up for you. We're in the drying out phase, so I don't really want too much water with it. And I love cream of rice, which I've got here in the vanilla flavour, but you need to use quite a bit of water for that. So we're just going to stick with the oats because I'm quite happy to have my oats quite dry. So what I've got for tomorrow is 100 grams of oats, and we will get that precise because it's very important. Look at that. People won't understand how cool that is that you get it at 100 grams. So my favourite, I've said many times before, is the salted caramel, which I've got here. I've also got it in a tub there, but because I'm having oats and jam, I'm going to have strawberry jam, I nicked some of the misses, strawberries and cream. So this is time for, but I don't need a lot. I just need just a smidge for flavour. So we are going to put in, oh, come on, 20 grams, that's what I want. 20, goes a long way, doesn't it? 20 grams of strawberries and cream. And then, oh, I love this jam, but we get to 40 grams. So we get some nice sugary fast carbs in there, a little bit more. Oh. We'll lick the spoon now. So, it's that simple. That's what we're going to have. All I'm going to do is I'm going to add just a small amount of water with it and just work it in until it's kind of the consistency I want. And then I just refrigerate it. Just let the water soak in. It becomes a nice thick paste for the morning. As you can see, there's probably only two tablespoons of water went in that to get the consistency I want. And I generally do this with all my oatmeals and my cream of rice meals. I like to prepare them the day before, stick them in the fridge, put a lid on there, pop it in the fridge, and that's my 4 AM meal. Job done. So some of the supplements that I'm using at the moment is I'm using the Time for cream of rice. I usually have that twice a day. I then have the whey protein from the professional range, and I use this right up until the show. And some people prefer to use a whey isolate nearer the final part of the prep, but as you get closer towards the show, you're not going to gain any muscle because you don't have enough fat on your body and you're not taking in enough calories, but the casein is great for like maintaining muscle. So we've got that in there. So I use that on show day even, so all the way through prep. Other things I've been using is the new Candy Floss pre-workout. So I've got some, I'm gonna have a little scoop of that before I step on stage tomorrow. While we're carb loading, I'm using the GDA. It's a glucose disposable agent. It helps us to force the carbs around the system. And this is one of the best products I've used for getting rid of water. I also do use their vitamin C daily and their vitamin D and their symbiotic. I find that's really good for gut health. I also use collagen, L-glutamine and creatine just during prep and off-season time as well. So basically I use the whole range and they're absolutely fantastic. So as I said, tomorrow we're going to be competing in the London and South Coast Championships for the UK BFF, which is a qualifier for the British Finals, Arnold Classic, Diamond Cup, and something else I believe, I can't remember off the top of my head. Feeling confident, so much so that I did book a hotel for the British Finals already, about 4 months ago. Best be prepared, so better than last year, 5 kilos heavier, definitely leaner, vastly improved, so we are feeling very confident and ready to move forward. Classes I'll be competing in, so I'm going to go into the under 90 kilos category. This time round I am right up the top end, very close to 90 kilos. And the over 40s, or the Masters over 40s category. Last year I came 4th overall in the British Championship finals in the over 40s, and I came 3rd in the under 90 kilos. So, you know, we're looking to win for sure. Yeah, we're not here to make up the numbers, but to improve on last year would be fantastic. Right, Jay.
How's your week been, mate?
Peak week.
In terms of peak week, what's it been like for you?
Actually, it's been a really interesting week from my perspective. I know you've been there, but so Monday we started with the general diet that we've been on for quite some time. But we had carbs early, and we cut them out by, it was just before 11 o'clock, I think. That was the last time I ate carbohydrates till Thursday evening. And that's the whole part of the depletion process. And then we had the depletion workouts, which we've been doing at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? And they're brutal. They're like a full-on session, weren't they? 900 reps.
Yeah.
We're getting them done in what, half hour?
Silly.
Pumps?
Silly.
Insane pumps.
Another one of your silly sessions.
So the depletion workouts were 3 supersets consisting of 4 exercises, 25 reps per set, 3 rounds of each.
Yeah.
And they were mental. And the whole point of that process is to deplete the carbohydrates out of the muscle, to totally unload the muscle. And by Thursday, it was like hard to lift your arms up, right?
Yeah.
And they say that when you carb load, that the muscle can like pull in 3 times the amount.
Yeah. Is your nutrition, what's it been like? Has it been different this year, or build up to the show or anything like that? What have you changed?
Last year, I mean, we did well last year, but I did feel like there was not enough food.
Yeah.
There was not enough carbohydrates. Yeah. However, I'm not saying I had a ton of carbohydrates within my plan this year, but my body responded really differently.
Right, okay.
I held on to the carbohydrates quite well. Normally I would look flat, but every time I went to go and see Guy on a Monday and a Friday for PTs and posing practice and things like that, he always said I looked fuller.
Yeah. Like
the muscles would pop, and the more that I posed, the more they would pop. So there's no pattern out there for any kind of meal. You know, you're taking in protein via chicken, beef, whether it's mince or steak, turkey, fish, whether it's whitefish or salmon, and eggs. You know, you're going to get the same foods. That you can't invent a new type of food. No. You know, the chicken and rice meal. You know, no one could go, oh, you copied. It's standard, isn't it? Chicken, rice and broccoli, or chicken, rice and green beans, or sprouts, or something like that. I varied the vegetables a bit. I ate a lot of veg though. I ate a lot of veg, so I don't know if the extra fibre really helped, but it certainly agreed with me. Yeah. I'm about 5 kilos up on last year. So I look a lot fuller and bigger. I've also got a new hip, which
that was obviously your first time competing since your new hip.
That was 10 months ago. Had that done.
And that's not really affected your training legs and nothing like that, is it?
No, and I think.
I mean, your recovery's been incredible for that, really.
Well, the surgeon called me Wolverine.
Yeah.
So I think on that aspect, like going into the operation, I already had a recovery plan for that, and it's a major. Well, as you saw, it was a huge operation, but within 12 days after surgery, I was able to do leg extension and leg curls, at like virtually zero weight. For me, it was more about mobility and getting that flexibility back into the legs. So after 3 weeks, the crutches were away and we were off, and I was able to leg press after, I think it was 5 weeks.
So it's not affected your cardio during this prep then? You've been able to...
Cardio's been fine. Like last year, cardio was very painful. Yeah. Like to the point where some days, it was too much. Yeah. But no, this time round, in fact, I think I've done less cardio this year. Yeah. I was able to get out more doing dog walks, where I would really struggle last year. So also this prep's been easier for with home life. Last year I think I put too much stress on myself, and the prep was up to 38 weeks long last year. This time around it's only been 16. So it's just gone 4 o'clock in the morning. First meal of the day is oats, time for protein, strawberries and cream, and strawberry jam. Now there's not a lot of water in here. Obviously we're drying out, so we don't want to take in a lot of water. So it's quite thick, but I'm happy with that. So I'm going to get this one down, and then I need a 20 to 30 minute walk. So it's show day. It's 4:30 in the morning. I just had a fairly good night's sleep. I think I woke up about 1 and dozed on and off. Gonna go for a walk now after food, just to move carbs around a bit, help with the digestion. There's 100 grams of oats, 40 grams of jam, strawberry, and a little bit of strawberries and cream time for whey in there for a bit of extra flavour. We are in Worthing at the Pavilion Auditorium for the UK BFF London and South Coast Championships. Got my dad with me this time. You see where I get the genetics from, can't you? It's the heaviest we've weighed in, so we came in at 87.3. The carbs are going in well. We're just on simple carbs now, some sugary carbs. We did have an extra carb meal this morning. We've registered 2 categories, the Masters over 40s bodybuilding and the under 90 kilos bodybuilding, and that's just a case of wait, keep the carbs going in, athletes meeting, and then it's go time. Okay, so here's the summary of how the weekend went. First of all, we had a very good, positive weekend. No, we didn't place. Yeah, it's disappointing not to place. However, there's many more positive factors to it than negative factors. So in the Masters over 40s category, there were 14 of us. The South Coast and London Championships this year was mega. Let me tell you, it was mega. There was about 100 competitors and there was about 500 in the audience. I mean, Tony and Meg did like phenomenal promoting the show, and I take my hats off to them. It was a great turnout for the UK BFF. It was a great event for Time for Nutrition as well, being the main sponsor of the event. It was great to see Paul there and Kelly as well. So, don't know where I placed. In fact, I didn't place, but there were 14 incredible physiques went up there. There wasn't a bum physique up there. You know, everyone deserved to be up there. Everyone had worked their asses off. Everyone came in condition. Everyone had good size to them. It was a competition, which is what it's about, right? Because what's the point of coming third and qualifying when there's only 3 of you? You know, you had to fight for your spot. And that's what it's about. Then we did the under 90 kilos, and there were 8 of us. Again, 8 incredible physiques. And I didn't place, but it's okay. What was important for us as a team at Time for Nutrition, and with myself and my coach Guy Harding, is that we collected so much data through this last 16, in fact it's longer than 16 weeks, it was 10 months ago that I had my hip replaced. And I said I wasn't going to compete this year anyway, and the fact that I was able to step back on stage leaner and 4 kilos heavier on the day, I weighed in at 88 kilos, was nothing short of a bloody miracle. We worked our asses off for it. The data we collected along the way about recovery, what we could do, what we could push, the foods that we were able to handle, especially on the cheat meals and the carb loading. This is all great data moving forward, considering I wasn't going to compete this year. The plan now is not to compete next year. I really don't want to compete next year. I want 18 months to grow. I want a really good off-season, coached with Guy, and working with Time for Nutrition. That's the plan. It's solid. It'll start on Tuesday. I'm gonna have some food tomorrow. We've just been out for, I've had 2 burgers, 2 chips, I've had a donut. I had a pint of beer. I've not had a pint of beer in 4 months. Now I'm just gonna drink a ton of water and I'm gonna head home. So, all in all, hope you've enjoyed the little journey with us this weekend, and we'll see you again soon.